Good morning. Good morning. It's a little bit later than I like it. It's 3:10 a.m. I'm on my way to the gym. Today is day 3 of the women's conference, and I say that because I I gotta tell you something. I signed my wife up for it for the same reason. If there was a men's conference or there was something going on that could help me be a better man, a better father, better husband, I would expect her to sign me up for it. Um, I I also did it for a selfish reason. Besides the fact that I want my family to grow. I want the people around me to grow. Um, I wanted. I decided that I was going to volunteer because I wanted to hear what they were talking about. Like, what are you guys talking about? What do you guys need to share? So I've been there for the past. Today will be day 3. And that's why I'm running a little bit late, but better late than never. I'm still committed to my daily process, and if anything, it's made me a better individual because some of the information that I've been able to uh, partake of and indulge in and be a part of and hear and absorb. But I was having a conversation yesterday, and fairly simple conversation went a little bit like this. People say that their priorities in life are God, family, their business, their body, their health. That I think that's a fairly common question that people are asked in order to define what it is that you should be pursuing, right? You can't very well get started unless you have an understanding about what you want. Well, what's important to you? Well, first thing somebody says is, well, my family is very important to me, right? Or if you have somebody that's in the faith, then you have somebody that says, what's important to you? And they say, well, my God is important to me. He's number 1. And then my family, and then my husband, my wife, my kids, etc., my career, blah, blah, blah. You can prioritize this list however you want it. It's different for everybody. But here's where the rubber meets the road. Because they say that the thing that is a priority to you is typically the thing that gets the most attention from you. So here's the rubber that hits the road. If you say that your family is your priority, are you committed to investing in your family on a daily basis? Is there something else that has a bigger priority than your family? And to me, I mean, I just kind of trivialized the whole situation and said, well, to me, it doesn't really matter what your priority is, but it should matter to you if you have a clear idea about what it is that's important to you, or are you just walking around saying what's popular? We have a saying inside of our brokerage, mind, body, spirit, or mind, body, soul, or we have a saying where there's specific trilogy of things of importance going all the way down to your 3rd or 4th thing that's important. What I'm saying is if you've identified that family is important to you, but yet you dedicate and you commit the majority of your time towards gossip, I would say that gossip is what's important to you. It's whatever you give the most of your time to that becomes the most important thing to you. And when you don't have a clear idea about what's really important to you, you're saying one thing, but you're doing another thing, it creates a sense of confusion because now you have an imbalance. You have an imbalance between thought and action. And last I checked, it was never good to be imbalanced. and maybe even a small identity crisis. Because when you can't identify what it is that you represent, and then that is what you do, you're out of integrity. You didn't even know that you were out of integrity because the question was never even posed in a way where it was like a test question. Like, hey, what's E equals MC squared? Answer the question. No, it's inside of you. It's inside of you, and it comes up only when the question is posed. Hey, what's important to you? Well, God, family, and blah, blah, blah. Friends. But in reality, it's not what you dedicate or commit the majority of your time to. At all. Matter of fact, it's the furthest thing that you commit your time to. I would actually say that the majority of people, and I'm not a psychologist, I've never ran any tests, I don't have anything to back up my data, but I would actually say that the third thing on most people's list is probably the number one thing that most people commit their time to. I don't know why that, I don't even know why I said that. But I believe that. Because I believe most people are so unconscious about what it is that's important to them that when it is time to actually sit down and think about it, they start rambling off this stuff that they done heard somebody else say, but in reality, they're not putting the time or effort into it. So if I sit here and I say, well, God, family, and then my body, or my faith in God, my body, and then my family, and then you see me spending more time playing video games, or whatever is not investing into my family, that's somewhat of an issue. And most people don't have any idea that they're actually doing that. So they don't know what's important. They're wandering around aimlessly without a clue. They think they're about something, but in reality, they're not about that. If you can identify, one, what's most important to you. Not what three things are most important to you. What one thing? What's the number one thing? Like, if it went away right now, you would die. If it went away right now, your world would have a drastic change. Not a somewhat change. Like when those people over at Pilgrim's Rest, pastor passed away. That was huge. That was a huge situation. Because their spiritual advisor was no longer around. The person that they ran to, they counted on to deliver them each and every week or day. So I would challenge you to ask yourself, what's the one thing that's important to me? And it doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong answer. There's no popular, oh, God is most important to me. But you don't plan on going to church, opening up your Bibles, praying. You don't plan on doing any of that. What's most important to you? Just identify. Because if you say it's God, then I would challenge you to invest more time. If it's not, then just claim it. Hey, it's my family. Good, invest more time. Hey, it's my car collection. Hey, invest more time. Hey, it's my wealth, my health. Invest more time. Hey, it's my wealth. Invest more time. To you, for me, it's whatever you want it to be. But if you haven't even identified what it is, then you just have a thought, not being backed up by any action. Which means you're running around out of integrity, undisciplined, without a plan. Oh man. That sounds like some of these mass shooters. Just random. I don't care who gets hit. Just identify it. And if it truly is number one, then you'll invest the time in it because you'll know it's important. Listen, if your electricity is getting ready to go turn off and you got one of those Empower boxes, you sure are going to make it down to wherever you got to go. I don't care if you got to get out of a dead sleep. You sure is going to make it down there and pay that thing. Because at the moment, that's most important to you. You don't want that electricity going out. Consider what I just said and consider that it will change your life.